Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. This is my third attempt to go live tonight. If it doesn't work, I suspect there wasn't enough charge in my phone. So I've got some charge in it, I've plugged it in. This was meant to just be a simple, quick thing and it all goes wrong. Story of my life. Hi Esther. Well, let's hope that the connection stays. So it was just make a couple of boxes and have a bit of chat. Oh, hi Wendy, thank you very much. Thanks for coming and joining me. So yeah, I was just looking for a bit of company. I'm going to be watching Andy Murray play his tennis match when the one before him finishes. I have these two little boxes that I wanted to make for a couple of special people, and so I made this box last month. I made quite a lot of them. I had my first full day team retreat that I ran myself for my team. That was last Sunday, so I was making up stash boxes for everyone in my team, and I gave, in their stash box they got a pair of our Stampin' Up! Snips, which are the best snips in the whole world, and inside this wee box I made them all a scissor charm. So I was quite pleased with these. It's my first foray into any kind of jewellery making, and I'm sure my links are not properly joined up and all stuff like that. Purely amateur. Can only get better in my opinion. And so yeah, so I've made them all a wee scissor charm to go with their wee snips. And so I needed a wee box to put it in to gift it. So I've used the Simply Elegant Designer Series paper on basic grey cardstock, and basically it's just a wee pizza style box. I've lined it in the middle with just a piece of the Designer Series paper, and it's simply the tag, this wee tag. Now these are bought from that huge big store on the internet beginning with A. I saw these, this one's Dream. They're all kind of, you know, inspirational wee things, yeah, so that just seemed appropriate. So yeah, I learned a few things on the way, but just sometimes it's nice, and it was for me to try a different craft. Not done much in the way of any kind of jewellery making, and I have actually, since I made those, I've actually improved my little scissor charm, because here's one I made for myself, which has got my nickname Jazz, and I discovered these pins that to bead onto are actually just the right size for poking your glue. So yeah, I don't know what sweeties might fit in here. Maybe one of them little tiny Ritter Sports would fit in there, but certainly a wee piece of jewellery, anything like that will fit in it. It's just so cute. I was just pleased with it. Now, I first learned to make pizza style boxes following Sam Hammond of Poodle's Paper Craft. She's actually my upline. But once I discovered, when I first started with Stampin' Up, and I kind of hadn't done much box making, but once I discovered the mechanics of the different styles of boxes, then I discovered that you can adjust them to suit whatever size you want. So yeah. So I'm using Simply Elegant, so I'll just go back. So I've made my own instructions here for this particular project. So what you need is a piece of cardstock, which is 5 inches in length and 2 3/4 inches that way, wide, that's the word. And then on the long side, you score at 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 2 3/4, 4 1/2. On the short side, you score at 1/2 and 2 1/4. And then you need some pieces of Designer Series paper, one for the top and one to line it. which is 1 5/8 by 1 5/8. So fairly simple process. And then I'm just tying it up with this basic grey shimmer ribbon, which is in the annual catalogue, so just fab. So this is my test to see if I can follow my own instructions, because that's always interesting. Right, so I've got my scoreboard out. Hopefully you can see the top of that. So I've cut my piece of card. Hello Elizabeth, in you come. Yay. So yeah, I just liked the wee box. I was so pleased with it, and I've had a lot of comments about it since it was given out, so hey, yeah. So it's score at 1/2 inch. This scoreboard is by far an excellent piece of kit. Score at 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 2 3/4, and 4 1/2. Turn it around, right angles. So on the short side, score at 1/2 inch and 2 1/4. I nearly did it, 2 1/2, 2 1/4. So we'll make 2, because I need 2 right now. Right, so long side, score at 1/2 inch. I'm going to pop this on my blog, so if anyone wants to do it in the future, that's fine. 2 1/4, 2 3/4, 4 1/2. Turn it around and score at 1/2 and 2 1/4. Simples, simples. What could go wrong? Right, so we can put the scoreboard away. Love this scoreboard. It just makes your measure. I know you can do it with your trimmer, but you get much more accurate with the scoreboard. Excuse me while I have a gulp of my coffee. Then I'm going to just score and burnish all my folds. So this is not rocket science tonight, but quite a few people have asked me about it, so just thought it was as well. And you know me, lazy, and like some company too, I suppose. Yeah, that is another thing. But see, when I do a live, I don't have to edit. It just goes straight out there. I've not got to upload. So that was me, just go for it. And I've not spoken to any of you for ages, so June wasn't the best month to get online. I was on holiday the first 2 weeks of June, and then I wasn't well, and then I've had grandchildren staying this week, which has been fantastic fun. So I'm getting there. I'm feeling a lot better than I was, and yeah, just want to be. Oh, hello Elizabeth, finally. Finally, how lovely to meet you. I was asking you on the first one if you're a crafter, if you're familiar with Stampin' Up, or yeah, have you been watching before and this is the first time you've talked, or 50 questions, eh? Right, so I folded and burnished both of them, and then what we're going to do, oh, you're one of Heather's ladies. Oh, Heather's one of my favourite friends. In fact, I gifted Heather one of these when we met for lunch. Lovely to have you here. Right, so we're just going to cut up from the edge to the first score line, just all the way along here on each of these score lines. Turn it round, do the same this side. Nice and straight. I'm just keeping this very simple. And then what I want to do is just wedge each of the 3 tabs, because it just makes for a neater finish. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, come out, wedges. It just means when you glue it all together, you don't have overhangy pieces. I don't even know if that overhangy pieces. Don't know if that's a real word. I don't know. Oh, hi Nessa. You're not so late, actually. This is my 3rd attempt to get connected. I'm concentrating, so you need to talk to each other. Right, so there we go. We've got wedges along there. Shall I just do this one? When you're doing batches, this is the way to do, just do the same thing, chore on each. So if you were doing 10, you would just sit and do this. Do each stage on each box. I'm scared to talk while I'm doing this in case I cut too far. And then just wedge it. See, I did that one too far. But we'll be alright. It'll be alright on the night. I think it's going to be a late night because the match before Andy Murray is not finished. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, is Wimbledon. And Andy Murray's next on. And I am a great fan of our amazing Scottish young man. In fact, this afternoon I've been to Dunblane and I've passed the Andy Murray post box. So I said good luck to him while I was there. Hey Cindy, and you come. All the way from Seattle. Right, so that's both boxes cut, wedged. Okay, so that we know, oh, the only other thing that I am using here, and it's a retired 1/2 inch circle punch. For the lid, for the bit that comes over the top, I like a wee finger notch in it, so I'm just used this. I have no idea why this was retired. It's the handiest little tool ever. And so that I'll know which is the top and which is the bottom, I'm going to stick the designer series paper on now. So this is, I'm using this one. This one's got certainly a Art Nouveau look about it. I like it. So and on this one I use this one. So Simply Elegant designer series paper is just fab. It's speciality. It's got gold foiling on it. Just makes me happy. I don't know which glue. I was using glue earlier on today. I don't know which one's working. So as I say, with a pizza style box, you can just size it to whatever you need. Just make it any depth, any width, whatever your needs are. And then stick this one on here. You're an armchair player, me too. Right, and then we'll pop this, the other side of this, on the inside. Not really necessary, but it just looks nice. So the Square of Designer Series paper is 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 of an inch. I know you might be confused with me because when I'm making cards I use centimetres, when I'm making boxes and I use inches most of the time because of my scoreboard. The inches work better on that. My go-to glue is Tombow. You buy that in the Stampin' Up catalogue. It's the best wet glue I've ever used, and I've been card making for not quite 100 years, but getting close to that. Okay, so that's the paper stuck on. So now, and again I use wet glue to make up my box. So what I need to do now is make the base. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on each of these 4 tabs because they'll make up the base. And then just very carefully take each corner one at a time, bend that in and just hold, oops, tell it what, oh hello Emma. Oh, and always put a bottle of glue on your order. Just add one on each time and then you'll have it. Welcome Emma. Just hold each corner, make sure it's nice and straight there at the corner because you need to, because you're going to be putting the lid goes over the top, so you need this to be really quite neat. Oh, you don't have a television. That's a good decision to make. Right, so just hold it till it's done what it needs to do. Can you not stream it, Nessa? Hi Heidi, and you come. Nice to see you. You're just flying into Scotland to see me, are you? And then just hold it tight till it's, there's no rush, you know, just give it that extra second to, now a little thing here, I usually cut a wee wedge, I probably should have done it. I'm going to cut just like a 45 degree angle there and just cut that wedge out there. It won't matter if they're not exactly the same because people can't see both sides of the box all at once. So then it really is just a matter of forming your lid. So again, a little bit of wet glue on your wee wedgie bit. And then close the box up and do this bit on top of the box so that you know it's going to fit. Oh, I'm having a bit of an issue here. Let's get it together first and then it's decided to be a bit silly. That's it. Sometimes just a bit of a fiddle till you get it how you need it to be. But because you've done that over the top, it will stay. It fits fine. So that's basically your box. That is the box. So we'll just pop this one together, do the same thing again. Four tabs for the bottom. You can use tearing tape and or the other kind of tapes. Yeah, you can use wee pegs, but to be honest, this grips so quickly, you don't really need it. So again, just hold it just for a second. Just till that glue just gets that hold. Is he just coming on now, Elizabeth? Oh well, bye! I'll let him get warmed up, it's alright. I think he'll be on for a while. But I said to my husband, I'm going to my craft room, let me know when Andy comes in. But I did tell him I was about to go live, so he'll not interrupt me. And then it's this one. It's really easy peasy. As I say, once you know how the box works, you can just change the... I mean, I was just going to dump you and go to watch Andy. But I'm only kidding, I wouldn't do that. You can wait a few minutes for me. But quite honest, I'm nearly done. It's just a wee quickie live today. Tannick's tea cake and a cup of tea, good on you. Aye. I didn't get a photograph. I didn't take photographs at Andy's post box today, but in Dunblane, which is Andy's hometown, they have painted the post box gold from when he won. The first time when he won Wimbledon, I think it was. No idea how he's going to do, to be honest, coming back. I think he's very brave coming back like that after, and it, you know, having an operation and everything. He's had a lot of surgery. So there's another box. How do? Right, and then some ribbon. But again, nothing fancy, just a knot. But this ribbon is just so elegant. So just cut yourself a bit. You need, I've lost my voice. My goodness. You need about that length. Just eyeball it. I'm only tying it in a double knot, so it's kind of when sometimes some people have got tweezers to hold the bottom knot. I'm not, well, I've not got the ones that would do that, but just, there you go. Just trim it off. In fact, that one's all right like that. And then another bit. Do you know, so sometimes the prettiest things are pretty simple. Just like me. I should have got a thumbs down for that, Esther, for claiming that I'm pretty. There we go, that one's like, there you go. So there's the original one, and there's my two. So there you have it. clean project. I mean, you could put tags or all sorts on there, but it just came on because so many people wanted the method. I don't know what else, apart from jewellery, that you could fit in there. It's like, I don't know. I'm looking in my kind of drawer thing, but I don't have anything. Oh. These sort of chocolates, maybe. Look. What about something like that? These are peppermint creams, I think. Yeah, we brooch, and as I say, in the original one is a scissor charm. As I say, I'm going to be posting out some scissor charms over the next few weeks. So yeah. So my teams all seem quite pleased with theirs. So yeah, it's quite, the fact that I don't eat chocolate is a really handy thing, Esther, because when I put chocolate in the drawer, it's still there when I need it. And then when it's sort of going stale, I give it to my husband and he eats it then. He's quite happy. Every so often just clear it out. Yeah, the scissor charm's just nice. Just a nice wee gift for a crafter, isn't it? So there we are, girls. I've just started making them, Nessa. So I'm not at the stage where I could sell them. I can gift them, but they're not good enough to sell yet. I've not made them strong enough yet. But I know that some people do sell them. You can buy them on Etsy or places like that. So anyway, thanks so much, folks, for coming and chatting, and anyone watching on the replay. And I'm sorry if you did try to get in when I first set this up, but I just had connection problems, but that's life. Okay, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm off to watch the tennis. So come on, Andy, you can do this. Take care, everyone. Bye.